One of the best things about the Star Wars universe is that everyone has a story. And I mean everyone. If this guy doesn't strike you as a crime lord's accountant, I don't know what does. So today I'm going to be talking about some of my all-time favorite random background characters in Star Wars. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be updated when our latest video is uploaded. Also, comment below and let us know what your favorite random Star Wars background characters are. There are a lot of them and they're a lot of fun to talk about, so let us know what you think. So my love of memorizing random Star Wars characters started when I was pretty young. By the age of 4, I already knew everything about Ben Quadraneros, and Malakili the Rancor Keeper, he was my idol. So why, by that age, did I know nearly every pod racer from the 32 BBY Boon to Eve Classic? The toys. See, it doesn't matter if they're a Skywalker or in the background of a scene for 1.5 seconds. They most likely have a Wikipedia page, which means they most likely have a name, and a backstory, which means they have a toy. Toys made everything in Star Wars a bit more real for me as a kid. Take the Outlander Club sequence in Attack of the Clones, for example, and oh my god, is that Anthony Daniels and Ahmed Best? If you thought that, then no, you're wrong. That's obviously con artist Daniel Faytoni and his partner Ahmed Beck trying to blend in amongst the Coruscant nightlife. Don't you know anything about Star Wars? And if you're a true Star Wars fan like me, you don't know how many times I prayed there was a qualified death stick dealer I could play with when I was a kid.
You wanna buy some death sticks?
I guess God does run Hasbro now. We could also take a look at the original random background character showcase of all showcases, Chalmun's Cantina. I mean, just look at these guys. There was Him Dazon, Muftak, Feltapern Travag, Miyum Onith, Cabe, Labria, Boshik, Wooher, Nabran Leeds, Dice Ibigan and Lok Servak, Ketwool, Trento Duaba, Mamo Nadan, Takil, Danik Jericho, and of course the well-known Ponda Baba and Dr. Evazan, who has the death sentence on 12 systems, all of whom are serenaded by the smooth sounds of Figrin Dan and the modal nodes. It's not only one of the truly incredible world-building sequences in A New Hope, it's one of the most iconic sequences in film history. And I hope that one day some of the other great characters like Lern Karn, Ariel Skuas, Melas, Shada Dukal and Carly Dulin, Nish, Saitor Kalfas, Owen and Chachi Dama get a toy to immortalize their presence in this scene too. Now let's get to some of the scene stealers in the film specifically. You know, some of those characters that forever change the way you watch the film. Those characters that once you notice them, you can't unnotice them. Most people know about Jack Porkins as the star of the original Star Wars film, Episode 4, A New Hope, or the Star Wars Celebration legend, Wilro Hood, the scene stealer of the greatest film of all time, The Empire Strikes Back. But one of my all-time favorites is Return of the Jedi protagonist Grizz Fricks, who delivers one of the most emotionally devastating final lines in the saga. Thank you for your service, my friend. Thank you. On a more recent note, Solo: A Star Wars Story is one of my favorites for scene stealer background characters. I was so excited for this movie before it came out, but once I saw it, I was really disappointed with the blatant lack of focus on the character that the marketing led me to believe this movie was about. My disappointment soon faded, though, as I found out that the marketing had hidden the film's best character. Thank the Maker. From then on, I stopped referring to this film by its promotional title, Therm Scissor Punch: A Star Wars Story, and started to use the more colloquially accepted term, Luleo Primic: A Star Wars Story. Meet Luleo Primic, the galaxy's most classic crooner. Before the Clone Wars, he was basically the galaxy's Frank Sinatra. He topped the charts with such classics as Your Love is Gravy and Carve Your Name in My Heart, while simultaneously starring in Hollow movies. By the time we get to this scene, he was mostly relegated to the refined taste of the bourgeois collectors, hence why he's performing on Dryden Voss's ship for Crimson Dawn. Awesome musicians have been a staple of the Star Wars Underworld's background characters forever. We already talked about Figrin Dan and the Modal Nodes, but Return of the Jedi has one of the greatest bands of all time, the Max Rebo Band. Formerly known as Avar Orbis and his Galactic Jizzwailers until their aforementioned pretentious band leader was killed by, wow, what are the odds, Figrin Dan and the Modal Nodes when they tried to book a gig in Mos Eisley? No wonder there aren't more musical groups in Star Wars. Seizing upon his opportunity to remove the phrase Galactic Jizzwailers from his group's name, Max Rebo decided to step up and use all of his creativity to name his band the Max Rebo Band. Besides their titular frontman on the Red Ball Jet organ, The rest of the original group included Cy Snoodles on vocals and Droopy McCool on Chidalku flute. The special edition of Return of the Jedi also included many more band members like Ak Rev, Griata Jindawanian, Restal Sant, Lin Mi, Rapawanalantani Tivatolan, Barkin Dan, Oompa Stay, Doda Bondunawidu, and Jaw Yowza, whose name I'd need Mr. Mixiel Spitalik to try to pronounce. These additional characters to the scene are as controversial as most of the changes to the original trilogy and the special editions. But like them or not, I don't know if I can ever go back to a world where Rappertoonie doesn't have a sick solo. Even though most of the best random Star Wars background characters are from the George Lucas Star Wars era, Disney has done a pretty solid job of keeping this tradition going. Characters like Therm Scissorpunch, Luleo Primic, or Dr. Mandible from Season 2 of The Mandalorian prove that there are still passionate fans out there in every department of Lucasfilm who care about the zany creativity that made Star Wars what it is today. And I, for one, think there will be a near endless number of random Star Wars background characters coming from the Disney era, especially with all these Disney Plus series come out. But while I wait for the next great random Star Wars character to come out, I gotta make sure I order enough of these exclusive D23 Osleo printer bed sheets. I mean, last year, I missed out on the Dexter Jester cooking apron for my grandma, and she never let me hear the end of it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was different than most of the stuff we put up, but I had a lot of fun making this, and comment below, please, and let us know if you enjoyed this type of video. We'd love to make more of this type of thing. Also, as I said at the beginning, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you continue to get Star Wars Lads updates every single time a new video is released. Thanks so much for watching.